Hello? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. One, two, three. Let me see. Let me see if it's still happening. Oops. Did you say something? Did you say something? Yeah, yeah. The audio is still not coming through, even on Facebook. Um, I don't know. You might have to reboot your computer, maybe. It could be just like technical difficulties. You gotta chat, man. I don't know. I can't. Nothing's coming through. Yeah, you gotta text me. I can't. What's it called? Or here, if anything, you know what? I don't think I have your number, but I could probably do this. Hello? Yeah, yeah. It's not coming through. I mean, I'll mute myself on.
Yo,
Scotty, man, can you hear me?
yeah.
Uh, Jack, say something.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, Scotty, you can hear Alex?
Can you
Uh,
can you hear Jack?
yes. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up though.
Okay. Well, I have him
Alex
like
sounds fine.
yeah. So I have him on Messenger, and I muted him so that he can't hear us.
Uh huh.
But it looks like on EveMux, like he's having trouble with like here. I'll turn off the speaker. Um, yeah, he's just having trouble with the audio.
Yeah, I can't hear shit he's saying.
Yeah. Here, Jack, I had you muted on my phone just to like see if Scotty can hear you, but you're on speaker like on my phone, so I don't know if yeah, because you're not coming through. You're not coming through on EveMux. Like you're
Yeah,
not.
I ain't hearing you on Evemux, buddy. I can't hear shit you're saying. Is this why the show cut the other yesterday when the stream suddenly stopped for some reason?
Well, that was the internet crapped out. I had to reload it. Not okay. I'm hearing an echo now. It wasn't here before.
I, that's just me and my phone. Yeah. So if I don't know. I think the best thing for you to do is just reboot your computer and then try again. Because I mean, if Scotty can't hear you and and the lives don't you don't have audio, it could just be your computer. You know what I mean?
I also tell him to try and plug in and plug out the aux cord or whatever he's using as a microphone.
He can
Plug it back in.
he can hear you. Like
You can
he
hear, Jack, you
yeah
can hear me?
yeah
Jack,
yeah
nod your head twice if you can hear me.
I pull up YouTube. I hear everybody.
right.
But for some reason we can't hear him on our end.
50% normal on my end right now.
Wait, I wonder if it's in settings on Evemux. So if I go to settings on Evemux and I click audio, check your audio input because I check that type of stuff. I'm trying to see if there's some hidden setting you're not seeing. Because it's like I have two microphones plugged in my laptop, right? But the thing is that I switch between them for whatever one I'm using. So it's like maybe there's one option.
Check one. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, check your EveMux settings, like you know, audio input.
Where's that audio going and where's the audio output going? Input and output.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello, check 1 2.
No. Nothing. I have my computer on full blast as well. I couldn't hear you. I can only hear you through my phone because of Facebook Messenger.
Having technical difficulties.
That ain't gonna work.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
A little bit better.
We can.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a little delayed. I'm just letting
a
you
little
know.
bit better. We're fixing IT support.
We're having. All right, hello, 1 2 3 4. What about now?
Yeah, better.
You're so
There's
so
a delay.
just to let you know, Jack, when you speak, there's a small delay of your like mouth moving. So just letting you know, at least on my end, like on.
All right. Well,
What happened?
am I straightened out now?
Here, yeah, he's
We've
fine
been
on my
having
end.
some audio issues.
There you go. Yeah, you're good now. You're good. We
All
can
right.
hear you.
Okay, Scotty, say something.
Jason Lee for mayor.
All right, hey, can turn up your mic a little.
Okay.
And as soon as Nelson gets here, I can see what he sounds like.
I'm here.
All right.
Am I sounding okay?
Maybe turn up a hair if you can.
I'm literally just using the mic coming from this thing. It should be all the way up here. Let me see.
All right.
Banana. Is this better?
No, that's worse. That's too loud.
Maybe a little too loud.
Banana.
All right, how about now?
That's fine.
That sounds pretty good.
I can still
All
hear
right.
you. Be right back. I just gotta check something.
Yeah, my volume's all the way up on my mic.
So, you guys watch the city council meeting? There's a lot to unbox there.
Yeah. Okay, so
How does this sound? Does that sound better?
Loud.
yeah.
Too loud?
Yeah.
No, it sounds good to me.
Does it sound better?
Yeah, okay, that's better.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so now that we're all here, we're able to hear each other.
What happened?
What's going on, everybody?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, not too bad.
I got a new sweater. Boris got this for me for Christmas, but it just got here yesterday. Daddy with pictures of me and my kids.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Awesome.
but yeah, fuck, I'm tired. I've been working,
Yeah.
just working a lot. Other than that, we're here. We're alive. I'm breathing. I'm about to take a fucking dab before we go live.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you guys doing? How's everything on your guys' end?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Let me grab my screen share here. Scotty did mention the. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of a couple of these windows here.
What I was gonna
All
say
right.
is,
Scotty did mention the city council meeting the other night. For the most part, they spent like probably over three-quarters of their time on that compassionate city resolution. Um, that was a complete snooze fest, in my opinion. And I know,
what city
a lot of
resolution?
people. The what?
What was the city resolution about?
Oh, we're a compassionate city now, and it has to do with understanding the trials and tribulation of all these people that ICE is going after
Get
here in
the
Stockton.
fuck out of here! What? Who's
Yeah,
coming?
yeah, I know, I know. Listen, the city does this every now and then. They make some proclamation. Oh, we're this, we're
What
that. We're
are
having a
we?
special day.
Are we
You
a
know,
refugee city now? Is that what we are? Are we a refugee
well,
city?
well, 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 no, no. It's a change of language, actually, because Trump is threatened to cut off funding to sanctuary cities. So, no, this is a compassionate city. It's a different animal altogether, supposedly.
Fuck
All
out of
right.
here!
In the meantime, if you want my opinion, when your city consistently is coming up in the top 10 statewide and the top 20 nationwide of most violent cities, I got a feeling the word compassion ain't the first thing that comes to most people's
Especially
minds.
when we still haven't found the fuckers that killed all those people.
Oh, yeah. Still, I've been looking at the police spotter all week, and the most common phrase you see is "no arrests made, subject still at large." Okay, so yeah, we got that going on, but
Sounds lovely. Sounds very lovely.
yeah, but anyway, I wanted to do a screen share here and look at a few things, and let's start with this
Are we?
at K Jewelers.
Yeah, we're live.
I saw that. I shared that with you. I sent that to you myself.
But yeah, we're gonna talk
Uh,
about
wha-
it.
yeah, that was one.
I watch this too. Watch it closely, gentlemen. You notice that none of them are armed, and they're just a bunch of dudes smashing, grabbing.
Looks like it's looping.
And then we got a another view here.
Nice. Every kiss begins with K. I feel like it's patriotic.
What the fuck? Oh, whatever.
Did you guys see that? They didn't do shit. They just walked by.
Did they arrest anybody? Security can't do anything, Scotty. Security cannot arrest. Security only has their only duty and their only responsibility is to what is it? To observe and report. They
Hey,
have
would
not.
that shit work in the Wild West? I'm just curious.
We're
So
not in the Wild
you might
West,
know
Scotty.
that.
We're in fucking present day America.
See the issue.
But in present day America, what I'm trying to get you to understand is literally security guards, unless they are armed security guards, and even
Can't do
armed,
shit.
they can't do anything. All they're
That's
supposed
unfair,
to do
man.
is observe and report. If those guys put their hands on those motherfuckers, they could have done two things. They would have lost their lives, and if they didn't lose their lives, they would have lost their jobs because they got physically involved in the situation.
But why would anyone buy a security guard?
What
All right.
happened?
What was interesting is that PD in all that time couldn't get any units there to intercept
Bro,
those guys.
PD is literally across the street at the Delta fucking
Yeah, that's right.
aren't they?
Yeah, they got the Stockton
Well,
college campus.
Delta cops, but they can't do anything off of that property.
They're
So
police
They got guns
officers.
though.
They're police officers. They're supposed to patrol and do something.
They're just patrolling for the campus, so that's the difference. That's why we got campus police.
They drive around in police cars. You do not have a police car. You do not drive a police car unless you have the right. They could have done something.
Did they close down?
Because they are peace officers. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard. They didn't want to do anything because they don't want to get involved. Because they're not getting paid because I'm pretty sure their contract still hasn't been renewed.
You see, that's a Stockton status quo. What did Jack call it? The status quo.
They weren't
Yeah.
even
I'm just annoyed because literally I've seen cops drive up and down fucking Pacific all the
Yeah.
fucking time. And this is one of those situations where I know there's police officers across the street and they could have done something. I know for a fact they could have done something.
Did the jewelry store close down? Because I feel like that's going to be a repercussion of this. They're probably not going to open up shop.
There's
Well,
good cops, but there's also a bunch of bad shit that they do, and this is one of those things that's not. I'm sorry.
I think
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
worth it. I mean, the insurance companies are gonna cover all those jewelers, the jewelers.
Yeah.
So as long as no one got hurt, I mean,
What if they just come back again?
Well, okay. Well. So here's the thing. First of all,
What's going to stop them?
after watching that, okay, you cannot deny that Stockton. Anybody that says that we can't compete with Oakland or L.A. or
Yeah, you can.
Detroit,
We're right up there, baby.
is full of shit.
I hate
This
to
now-
say it, it's not something we should be proud of, but that's true.
Yeah. We have now elevated to, like I said, we've seen smash and grabs from cities, in LA, New York, all over the place for a while now. So now, yeah, and these guys are only going to feel more emboldened
right.
and empowered if they get away with it.
There is a. I will say though, there is an echo happening, and I think Scotty, and your microphone is very sensitive. Like I can hear you breathing and everything.
Oh, is it too close? Because I have it up my ass.
Yeah, definitely take it out of that sphincter, man.
All right, is this better?
That's better. Yeah.
All right, nice and crispy.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that's better right there.
But Jack, I agree with you, man. I mean, like I feel like Stockton. Every single week we have these podcasts, and more events are shown. It's like,
But wait, there's more.
Stockton's closing in on that Oakland high score of most dangerous city.
Yeah, it's like that's the number one thing we seem to be competing for. Now, not for nothing, and I will probably get around to clipping. There's a few things I needed to clip out of the council meeting that I didn't have time to, but two things. Jason Lee did mention in his comment that when you leave Stockton, your attitude and emotional state kind of changes, and then when you get back here, it's like you're back to another reality, or situation. And then at the end of the meeting, Mayor Fugazi said that she was at a funeral, over the last week or so, and she had met someone who said they left Stockton because they had to get their kid out of Stockton because even though they were a good family, doing okay and all of that, they weren't poverty stricken or, living in projects or anything like that, normal family, but her kid was wanting to get in a gang. For whatever reason, he's far from being a disadvantaged kid, but he had the desire, was really
No.
wanting to a gang.
Because it's
So
cool, mom.
she said she's got to get her kid out of Stockton. Now, this is the mayor who said this on the dais during her, comments.
So it's the whole culture that's appealing to young kids. It's the
Fucking
drugs,
retards.
it's the money,
It's the bitches.
women. Dude,
It's
let
the
me tell you
respect.
something.
It's
I
cooler than being a loser.
have I can still consider him a friend. I used to call him my brother from another mother. This dude, I've known him since I was in first grade and he was in second grade. We basically grew up together. His dad is, I think, a rich lawyer, is a wealthy lawyer who deals with high end cases. His mom is a doctor, lived in San Carlos Hills, had everything set up for him. Dude did not get involved in gangs, but started selling drugs, started selling all this shit on the street, like having the ability. And the dude is very smart. He is very literate. He knows how to debate a topic. He knows how to carry a conversation. Dude is above and beyond, like, brilliant. However, his passion, how he's doing his living, is by doing the street thing, selling street drugs and doing all this shit, right? And it's
Hmm.
just it's how people kind of just end up being at sometimes, J man. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. But
Yeah.
some people get involved from a very young age doing these things to make money or whatever, and they just get stuck and hooked on that lifestyle, hooked on that mindset, and never want to become superior or pursue something that's actually going to be beneficial for them in the long run. They can never buy houses. They can never do anything legally. Everything has to be under the table illegally or in another country. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, and they can't fast forward
He's right.
20, 30, or 40 years and look at people now who made that same kind of choice back in the day and that now have nothing to show for their lives except a jail record and a bunch of shitty tattoos.
I got something to say about shitty tattoos. Okay, so a friend of mine would just say he's an Asian on the floor. He's a associate of Dick Fitzwell. So this associate friend of mine pretty much has court duty, right? And he's like, "Oh shit, I never do court duty. I haven't done court duty yet." But it's like he was pretty much explaining this event, and it's like this is why I bring it up because it's from Stockton, and it just listen to this, all right? So he goes to court and what's it called? He's in jury, right? It's pretty much the case. How to explain this? You're not supposed to look up case details while you're in jury duty, correct? Because you're not supposed to get biased, right? So someone inadvertently was looking up case details, and the judge found out because I don't know some another jury said, "Hey, I heard two guys over discussing the case." It's like, oh, we can't have that. So then the judge is like, "Hey, which one of you guys fucking did it? Fess up." Nobody did. So then everybody in that entire that batch of jurors got thrown out, which means they don't have to do jury duty anymore. Good for them, right? But the reason I bring it up is because it just what's it called? It happened recently. Is that the guy who was pretty much had all these charges? I'm explaining like this, all right? It's a 22-year-old Hispanic dude, and he's got a bunch of face tattoos, walks like a thug, and these were his charges: selling fentanyl, possession of guns, firearms, while under the influence, selling narcotics. But mainly the thing is that this motherfucker's been arrested a couple times. He's only like 23 or 22. And he was selling fentanyl, though. Here's the thing, though. And it's like, well, I don't know how to explain this, right? So this dude was arrested in Lodi, but he had a bunch of charges in fucking Stockton, right? So I'm not going to go into personal details because, like, I want to keep it anonymous. But the point of the story is that if you want to peek into, what did Jack say? What makes a lot of money in Stockton? What is it? The courthouse, the mental ward, the fucking, what's it called? Homeless shelter, NGOs, or whatever they get a
Human
bunch of homeless people in.
services.
Yeah, that shit, right? So mainly is that this dude, if you want to know what Nelson was talking about, he pretty much looks like this most stereotype fucking Edgar Hispanic wannabe thug gangbanger guy. And the reason is that I kind of really don't give a shit about this is because he was selling fentanyl and got caught. That shit kills people. But the thing is, though, is that these guys think it's cool, right? So it wasn't his first arrest. It was the dude's fucking fourth, right? And it's more like how smug and confident the dude fucking looked. And it's like, bruh, how do I explain this? So if I'm a productive citizen, like Nelson was saying, is that I do everything by the books, and then to the side of me, you have another guy who was brought up in the same environment I was, but he's like, you know what? Fuck school, fuck all this shit. I'm gonna go sell these drugs because it makes money. I'm gonna go get in the game because I got respect. I got all these homies. I got all these fine bitches. Hi, you're just a square loser. You don't got none of this. So you can kind of see where they're like, they see pretty much a square guy as beneath them, and that's why the culture, the status quo. So the issue is that if you got a bunch of young guys, because I'm the youngest guy on the show, right? So what if you twist that and you have guys younger than even me who pretty much think it's okay to engage in a lifestyle that Nelson speaks of? Then by that, aren't those guys going to be the same dudes who are going to be trying robbing your house? And
That's
right,
exactly why I talk. So see,
you know where they're going to end up.
no, I understand, but for me personally, this is why for me it is important to like, and I do this all the time on purpose. It's not that I talk to like people that are younger than me and brag about my life or what I've done in my age with no college degree, literally just working my ass off to get to where I am. It's because I want people to understand you don't have to turn to drugs to make a living. You don't have to fucking like do illegal shit, risk your life, go to jail to make a living and provide for your family. You can if you want to be like you can do it if you want to and put yourself at that risk. But realistically, if you work hard, if you're committed and you keep a positive mindset and you take the opportunities that are given to you, even if at that moment they aren't good opportunities, better ones will come along. Just take them and maximize them. And that's what a lot of people that are younger than me do not understand or cannot comprehend. People your age because
They think it's lame.
they're hooked on social media
Yeah,
and they see they see a lot of people becoming successful.
it's glorified, man.
Or whatever, like popcorn, like rich people or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Because they're just seeing the success and they want that success instantly.
but life's
It's
not TikTok.
effort or the work to actually achieve that success, like the people that they see do it. They waste more time watching other people's success than actually going out and achieving their own success. And that's the
Yeah.
frustrating part.
It's the status quo, man. That's kind of why it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. How Stockton's kind of like you can't really save the city because if young guys like me were to go into the system and try to fix it, it would be like trying to rip out a root that's ingrained into the fucking earth. It's like
That's the thing,
I
Scott.
don't know, man.
We have to be the ones that try to fix it. Because what's going to end up happening, and this is what's been happening, is the next generation gets worse. And
It's
the
gonna get
next
worse,
generation after
worse,
that
worse.
gets worse,
Yeah.
and it continues to get worse. We have to start breaking the cycle ourselves. And I have seen a lot of people around our age starting to break those cycles because they notice that we're going into a vicious cycle where things are getting progressive.
But that's after tragedy, though.
Things, big changes occur after tragedies, man.
So that means a whole lot of people have to die for change.
What happened after World War II? Nam.
World
Yeah,
War Three.
He said,
Okay. You were talking about aftermath of tragedies. Going back
Yeah.
to this compassionate city resolution that they passed.
It doesn't benefit us.
As I said, the city has done this kind of thing before. And I look at the timing of everything, and I found it really interesting that, okay, Thanksgiving weekend, the mass shooting, a bunch of other shit afterward over the holidays. Now we're into the new year, and all of a sudden, oh, we're going to pass a compassionate city resolution. Interesting timing, after after a tragedy, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, we're this, we're that. We're going to raise the pride flag.
That doesn't mean shit,
We're
bro.
going to be,
Hey Nelson, that means as much as the ceasefire.
As every time Mayor Fugazi, and I call her Fugazi, or realistically,
Fugazi.
anything she comes out of her mouth is literally Fugazi because it's fake. I don't believe it.
Donnie Brasco.
it just gets progressively worse because I feel like she just does a lot of talking that dances around the subject that she's being asked about. She knows how to dance around questions very well and sugarcoat things so she doesn't necessarily look bad or not give a direct answer.
Yeah. Well, like
Sorry.
I said, I did find her comment at the end of the meeting about her meeting this woman at a funeral, and that woman telling her, "Yeah, I had to get my kid out of Stockton because he was wanting to get in gangs." Okay. Now, first of all, it surprised me that she was the one saying this, and she basically vindicated everything that we've been talking about here for weeks on end. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Pull it
so
up,
uh,
No,
Jack.
facts.
Pull it up. You want to talk about Jason Lee? All right, I bet you guys missed this gem because I didn't miss
well,
it.
well, hold on a sec.
Hold
Let
on, we'll
me.
get to that one. That one's a spicy topic.
Yeah, because okay, here. Well, I'll just play this video clip here, and
I don't want to talk about Wild 'N Out anymore unless it's them coming back to the city. Because what that investigation did, it didn't change me, it didn't make me lose any money, it didn't, none of that. What it did was it scares away people from wanting to do business in our city. And that is what hurts us in the long run. People here who are interested in pursuing creative arts and want to run into that Queen Latifah that I ran into, who could change the future of their life, will not have that opportunity if we're scaring business away. That promoter who came here with Wild 'N Out wanted to bring another music concert here, and even in losing 170,000, they were committed to trying to make the city lit for us, so that way we had something safe to do. What's important to note is that at that event with over 8,000 people, nobody got shot, nobody got stabbed, nobody got robbed. There was no significant crime that made people feel like they couldn't go to the next Wild 'N Out, and that is what we need. And so when Councilman Enriquez and I talk, Enriquez with a Z, talk about how we make the Miracle Mile an entertainment district, or how we make downtown thrive where people can go from one bar to another, maybe keep their drink, make it fun. What you experience in Miami, how can we get there if we're running people away? And so with that, I don't want to talk about Wild 'N Out anymore because people are reading social media and it is going to scare businesses away. With that said, FIFA has presented an interest to bring a major soccer team to Stockton. I've said that before, but I want to be clear. They just reached out and said not only do they want to do that, they want to build hotels, they want to build restaurants, and they want to build residential development. And so I've had a meeting with our city manager. I'm going to do an introductory meeting with them, and I'm going to pass that off for him to hopefully bring a major opportunity to our city.
all right. So yeah,
Nice.
that wasn't the first clip I wanted to play, but anyway, yeah, that was one of his comments there.
Good point, though. He's right.
Well, yeah,
They wasted the money, so it's like, why the fuck do I want to go to move my business to Stockton if I have to have my shit thrown into some stupid fucking investigations, right? It's like anyone with money who has something going, why would they want to bring their business to a city where startups fail? If that makes sense, like, it's not appetizing or whatever word. It doesn't look tasty for someone to like have a tech startup in, for example, right?
uh, well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on here that's not a good look.
Yeah. Speaking of not good look, we got another clip to play. Oh,
Yeah,
Jack play.
let me get back here. Okay, so that was the oh yeah. Now his Toys for Joy event over Christmas. There was issue brought up with that.
We have to stop. We have to stop. I'm not going to put the person's name out there now, but I just want to say that, you know, we have to stop robbing this community of joy. Here's something I'm going to say, and I'm going to just put this out here in this form, and I'm not going to even go and do it on social media. Toys for Joy was such a highly successful event. To all of our volunteers, the community that came out, I know you all hated the line. We have already figured out a solution for next year. I want to thank my colleagues, Councilmember Blauer and Councilmember Enriquez, for coming out and volunteering. I did invite the entire council Just so you know, I want to thank our city manager and his lovely wife for coming out, and our police department, our fire department, our city staff, Florence, who rolled up her sleeves and worked all day helping us. It was amazing. And I do want to thank our community partners who supported, and specifically Tyler Perry, because he didn't have to send that resource here, and I didn't even have to ask him for it, which was a good thing. I do want to say that, and I'm not going to single the person out, but a member of this council filed a complaint with the state that Tyler Perry made that donation. We have to stop. We have to stop. I'm not going to put the person's name out there now, but I just want to say that, we have to stop robbing this community of joy. And if we're going to take away Christmas toys, and we're going to be mad at a Tyler Perry who didn't have to send that money here. He could have sent that money to Africa. He could have sent that money anywhere he wanted to send it. He sent it here with no expectation other than gratitude that people were happy. And there are a lot of friends of mine who are interested in sewing into this city, but we have to get out of our own way. And, to my colleagues, I would love to see Toys for Joy be a whole citywide thing. I'd love to see our ballpark filled with toys in the whole city be able to come out to the ballpark. But we can't get there, and we can't get there if we keep doing stuff
I believe in. Yes, Vice Mayor did invite me to his Toys for Joy, and I made the sound decision not to attend, not because I didn't want to. I love seeing families coming. I love seeing the kids' face when they're super excited with all the things that are going on there. Yes, I would like to see it a citywide event, but it was made clear that a decision I made during the year of 2025 that I wouldn't be welcomed. So I just abided by that request.
All right. Interesting comments there.
I feel like that's a crock of shit, and even
having
if
joy in the community is like, come on, bruh.
even if she felt like she wasn't gonna be fucking welcome, this could have been an excellent political move by Michelle Padilla if she had gone to this thing, sucked it up, helped out in any fucking way, shape, or form, and then she could have gone to this council meeting and sat there and said, I love being there and representing the Stockton community and showing that we are united, rather than showing this bullshit that they've been showing the last, I believe, at least since October, since I've really started paying attention, if not longer.
Yeah, Jason said he invited everybody. He invited the whole council.
We all know Villa Puta ain't going.
Well, okay.
No, why wasn't Mayor Fugazi there?
That's a good point.
Well,
But they hate each other. What do you think?
well,
No, Christina got no issues taking money from Jason when it comes to her political campaign. Michelle Padilla has no issues taking money from Jason when it comes to her political campaign. But they have issues when it comes to actually putting forward movements, putting forward things that are going to help the community. Because he's had excellent ideas.
So I guess you could say, Nelson, that people are trying to take him out, which means Jack plays the clip. Play the clip, Jack!
Sorry, it's one of those things.
Nelson, you're about to get even more fired up once you see the clip.
Oh, God. I just don't understand. Can somebody from the council please sit down with me one-on-one and just explain to me their logic? Would that be fair to ask?
Which council member, though?
Christina Fugazi, Mayor Fugazi, because you're the one that's running this clown show. Can you please sit down with me one-on-one on Port City Uncensored? We'll record it here live. And just explain to me your logic behind the things you are deciding to do and wasting your time on. Just explain it to us, because it really doesn't look like you know what you're doing out there. Just saying.
all right. Okay. Well, look, she's got heat.
You should be
Jason's
getting
got
heat.
heat. A lot of people have heat right now. Now, of course, there's a few other issues in the air surrounding all this. For one thing, the city attorney was let go or resigned this week. Um, so that's a whole other ball of wax. I mean, it took him almost a year to get the city manager position filled, and now, now that they got that taken care of, now the city attorney is gone. So, yeah, as far as the personnel changes in City Hall and people resigning and whatnot, yeah, it just seems to be a little bit of a chaotic mess there. But the thing is now, and of course, let me just say this: YouTube terms of service. This is all alleged right now, so we can safely say that allegedly somebody dropped a dime and snitched to the state about the donation that Jason's event received from Tyler Perry, which was a bunch of more toys. Okay. So my question is, okay, well, first of all, who would you complain to in the state about that? Who would be interested on a state level in something like that? The Attorney General's office, uh, the tax board, fair practice political committee. Who I don't understand who you would even go to make a complaint like that, and what exactly would you be complaining about? So that I would like to little bit more though. But as far as who may have dropped that dime, well, okay, Jason said it was a member of the city council. Okay, well, there's 7 people altogether. Remove him, that leaves 6. Okay, now we know Blauer and Enriquez were there at the event helping out, so you can eliminate those 2. That leaves 4. All right. So I honestly don't believe. Say what you want about the mayor. She's got a little bit too much smarts and class to stoop to something of that level, especially with everything she's got on the plate now. Okay, so that leaves 3. Now we got the 2 gals, Michelle and Mariella.
I'm gonna skip to the chase. I think we both know who it is. The guy that Lee despises the most. The P. I'm not even gonna say it. The diddler. The diddler. Yeah, something like that. That's what Lee called someone on the council he who shall not be named. Voldemort type shit. But yeah, but I can only imagine there's only one man on that entire council that generally does not like Lee. I wonder who
Well,
that could be.
well, I was gonna say now, even though Michelle had issues with going to the event, for her or the other one to pull the trigger on that would have been an order that would have had to come from Lathrop, because let's be honest, okay, those 2, and they're not the only ones, are bought and paid for by Motec. All right, they're on the payroll. Nothing comes out of their mouth that isn't already prearranged and pre-scripted in Lathrop. Okay, so unless that crew out there has real issues with Jason Lee, which they may, um, that order would have come from there. But now, yes, Scotty, you're right. You look at the guy at the end. The
Yeah,
fact
he's always at the end. They're always opposite. It's kind of like
well,
isn't that kind of ironic that they're always always
he
as far away from each other as possible?
he's like that. He's like this enormous baby seal that sits there waiting to be clubbed. You know, and we know that he hates Jason's guts. All right, and he's had issues from day one. So yeah, my money would be on him to be the snitch. But again, I mean, what would he be hoping to accomplish with that? It's just stupid. But then again, him getting pulled over in front of City Hall because he never paid his car registration. It was all expired and shit. Um, you know, how do you fuck up like that? So, yeah, yeah, he's capable.
I'll be honest. It could be Brando. It could be Brando.
Plot twist. What if it isn't?
I was about to say I still wouldn't be surprised if it was Mayor Fugazi that did that. That was the one that did that. Because I'll be real with you, I
Such a Karen. Such a Karen move.
decisions that have been made recently by Mayor Fugazi just leaves me wondering. Actually, doesn't leave me wondering. Just the decisions made by Mayor Fugazi would honestly not surprise me if she's the one that reported that Jason got a donation by Tyler Perry and to just cause like an issue because she's the one that just ran the investigation on him for the whole Wilder Now thing.
But what if there's somebody else? I have somebody else though. Jack, play the clip, please. God, play the clip at City Council.
All right. Well, I don't know exactly which clip you're.
The one on screen, where I have it on my left side, where it's 2 minutes long.
What are you talking about? There's nothing on our screen, Scotty.
Oh, really?
If like down below, like
yeah, by where I'm at.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's the one we just played.
That's not the one. That's my clip. I uploaded a completely different one. It's where it says Shady Mom IT support, and it's like 2 minutes long.
Hold on a minute.
It says a media share. Media share.
Yes.
I'm not sharing my screen. It's media share. My bad.
Yeah,
Okay, I have my media share up. So, you don't have it up?
No.
So it's. You just
Are you
went.
putting it up?
No,
I think you have to put it up. You have to because you're the host manager. You can put up a guest media
All
share.
right, but I'm not seeing yours.
Do you not see Shady Mob IT where it says?
Wait a minute. What about this here?
Yeah, that one.
There you go.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Ganner, and I'm here to formally place the City of Stockton on notice regarding serious misconduct and ethics violations involving Jason Lee and Commissioner Natasha Brown. On December 18, 2025, Jason Lee called me and threatened me over the phone, warning me not to attend a public event in Sierra Vista, implying that something might happen if I did. Shortly after, an intimate video of me recorded without my consent was released by his cousin. I believe both Jason and his cousin were both involved in an intent to retaliate against me and silence me. This illegal act, known as revenge porn under California law, has traumatized my children and harmed my family. This incident has been reported to the Stockton Police Department, which has launched an investigation. Now addressing Commissioner Natasha Brown. She misrepresented her background on her city application, claiming 10 years of community volunteer work. However, extensive reports suggest she identifies as a gang affiliate, supported by violent incidents and inappropriate content in her music. Moreover, she lied about her relationship to Vice Mayor Jason Lee, who is her first cousin. As a mandated reporter, Natasha Brown failed to cooperate with law enforcement as being one of the victims shot at the birthday party mass shooting November 29th in Stockton, California. It was my belief, based on a personal conversation she shared with me, that she did not report. I must emphasize that any retaliation against me, my family, or my property will not be tolerated. The city has a responsibility to act. Silence and inaction create liability. I am seeking legal counsel, and if the city fails to address these issues, it will have neglected its duty to protect. I urge you to remove Commissioner Brown immediately, as she poses a safety risk to the community. I ask you to fulfill your responsibilities, enforce your policies, protect the public, and act before someone gets hurt. Thank you.
How's that for a plot twist, boys? The plot thickens. Who is that, huh? Who that? This came out of nowhere.
Who was that?
Okay.
I know exactly who that was. I don't know who that was, but Jack would probably know. Do you know who that was?
Yeah. Okay. This.
This is the plot thicken.
Yeah. Okay. If there's a conspiracy going on behind the scenes to take Jason down, as Scotty said,
there you go, boys.
This could be, one of those things.
First of all, phone records have to be proven. There has to be evidence of what she says that was discussed had to happen. That, unless she was recording that conversation, might be hard to do. She says there was a video of her dropped a porn. That is
revenge porn, bro. That
is insane.
See, I just dropped out of nowhere. See, that's what I was trying to drop, bro.
And we're supposed to believe.
that's career ending. That's considered blackmail. Jason could lose like a lot of his shit
Well,
because
we're supposed to believe that Jason personally got on the phone
I
and,
love this.
and
Yes,
threatened
talk.
this woman. You know, I mean, a guy in his position and accomplished, state in life is going to stoop to doing something like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did, or like
I would.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a conversation with
And
her.
nobody's reported on it. That's the funny part, boys. Nobody's reported on that part.
This is the thing. I don't know who this woman is, and I don't know her relationship with Jason Lee. That's the issue. Who was that?
Yeah.
She's
You
like,
want to watch it again?
that makes sense.
Well, no, we
Her
don't.
name was in the clip.
Okay.
We don't. Some of my sources have said to tread on this one lightly, because most likely it's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
Um,
that's exactly
Yeah, who just drops that?
like if she was a victim, prayers to you. I am sorry this happened to you if this really did happen to you, because there's a lot of like stuff that happens that people just don't believe the victim. But at the same time, there has to be evidence of everything that she's saying to be accurate and true. And I just don't think there's any evidence here that'll support it, because it's just so out of kind of like Jason
Random?
Lee would do that, really? And but again, we would say that about a bunch of other celebrities too. So
well, yeah.
on this one, I don't want to even like. I really don't want to touch it.
Well, like I said,
Hey, Port City Uncensored. You wanted content, boys. There you go.
I got some feedback on it, and basically my sources said just wait a minute, because there's going to be a lot of bullshit involved on this one. So
There's got to be a bunch of evidence, man. Woo! You know what? I'm so disappointed in the city council.
well,
This is turning into a soap opera, guys. We need to write a soap opera called Stockton. Literally,
A documentary or something, right, guys? Like we're just recording a documentary about, crazy Stockton.
Star as himself in the show, actually. If we
He
really
probably would star in it as himself. Well, we got 3 years, so.
Hey, I'm down. We got to talk to him. Maybe we can make that happen.
yeah.
That's just this is literally, bro. Since I started getting involved in Stockton politics, this has just gotten progressively more funny. To be completely honest with you, it's just gotten progressively more and more funny, more and more entertaining, and to be frank, more and more sad and depressing, because our city is really a shithole, and I just don't see it really improving in the areas that it should improve. There are new housing developments that are happening in Stockton. I will say that.
Who can
Yeah.
afford it?
Well, there's in Stockton where I'm at, but downtown Stockton, the areas that need to be really
Oof.
high end, be attractive for commerce and business, there's nothing happening in those areas, and it frankly just feels dead. And the wasting of our taxpayer money to do these investigations, like literally, and nothing came really out of it. It's just annoying.
Well,
Annoying.
yeah. Yeah, and Jason even posted something today listing all the different things that
Hey, do you
could
think
be
he's
paid
watching?
for with that 50,000.
I wonder if he's watching right now.
I hope it is.
Come on the show, man. Come on, let's do it.
Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Hey, good luck, man. Good luck, man. Because I kind of feel like he low-key does watch the show. He's like, what's Jack up to? What are you talking about?
Fuck you, dog, and they ain't doing it in the fun way. They're doing it in the not so fun way. But
Yeah, man. Because I was about to say conspiracy. What did Jason Lee said? I don't believe in conspiracy, motherfucker. How about this? This ain't no conspiracy. You got people trying to take you down. It's dead ass true, because I just came out. I'll tell you the story. I was recording city council, right? I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen now? And out of nowhere, I fucking spat out my drink when this fucking this woman came on and started saying all this shit. And I was zoomed on Jason Lee's face. He was just like,
what the fuck?
yeah. Nobody brought it up ever again. No one's reported on it. Nobody said shit about it. Everyone just kept pretending it didn't happen. But I'm like, I know he made some phone calls. He's like, what the fuck was that? Because it's like, who the fuck does that? It's public comments, and she just came and dropped that. So it's like, I want to say good luck to Mr. Lee because I feel like everyone on city council is kind of a retard, but he's the only one who's pretty much half competent. Everyone else is just kind
All
of like
right.
fucking
Well,
up.
okay. Well, speaking of the public comments, let's take a look at what some of the public actually had to
Thank
say
God I'm
here.
still alive in this dangerous ass city.
God bless you, sister.
Council, thank you for turning the signal light on Harding Way and Pacific Avenue. That should reduce accidents and reduce driving stress. That was a pain for many years. Thank you for the generous Christmas toy give out, Jason. And of course,
I want the city council mayor to prioritize citizens in the city over petty differences. Please ask yourselves moving forward that if what you're doing is causing more division or is it actually solving a problem?
Confidence. Methods that are used when somebody uses character assassination is common tactics include spreading false rumors, raising unfounded accusations, using misleading half-truths, and manipulating or exaggerating facts. Over the years, that was done during Michael Tubbs's mayor race. It's being done today with Councilman Jason Lee. Now they're trying to drag Johnny Ford, the city manager, into it. And it appears that every time that happens, it's when black men have some kind of control in the city and they want to do good things for the public. It's just my observation. I don't see it happening when there's a Latino or a white person on the council doing that. So that needs to stop. Thank you.
There you go. You tell him, bro.
Last year, you guys get a D in your grade, and I hope you can do a better job. This is a City of Stockton meeting. It's not the look at me, I'm Jason Lee show. You don't work well together or in the best interest of the city, but you do fight very well and get very little accomplished.
Okay. I would like to tell all of you guys that I feel like last year, not everybody was on their best behavior. And I hope that this year we can all prove the difference and not have to go from one side to the other bickering. And we can move forward because we have a substation on District 6 that is being trying to taken away from us that was promised to us. And I hope that just because one person is not too happy with the other person, the votes kind of lean one way or another.
Community, that Christina, nonetheless, she was a city council on District 5. She helped my community when I came here with 10 people that we don't know each other to abolish the big bucks ordinance. Little did we know that 3 or 4 years later, nothing happened. My community is hurting, you know. We take so many no's that is not abolished. Can I have a few more minutes?
Thank you.
Because you know what?
Thank you, Ms. Moreno. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, I don't support bringing issues to social media unless it's needed to build awareness around our city, which Jason been doing since day one. And all I've seen from you, Michelle Padilla, Brando, is a game of cat and mouse. Recently on your social media, you said, I will continue to stand up for accountable leadership for our city employees and for residents we serve. I don't know if that was your social media manager writing that or you, but my response to that is, accountable leadership is apologizing to Jason Lee for dragging a political witch hunt on him based on lies because of his status.
We doing right. I'm here today to address the police department or the sheriffs. I don't know what district they was on Ben Hope. The day, April 7th, when my son got ran over by the young lady that got up here and talked.
God damn.
He got drugged 8 blocks down the street.
Larry McKenzie, I'm here because what happened to me did not just happen that day I was injured. It did not end when I was in the hospital. It was taken, or when I was taken to jail, or when the charges against me disappeared. It continued. When I sought help, I was told repeatedly no one had enough personnel to investigate my case. District Attorney Office blamed SPD. SPD blamed District Attorney's Office. District Attorney's Office blamed investigators. Investigators ultimately told me the truth. There are too many crimes and not enough investigators.
But if you went back to sitting where we're used to having the mayor and the vice mayor sit next to each other, what tone does this set? The first meeting of the new year, and you got the vice mayor still in time out? Oh, you got to get out of here with that nonsense.
You tell him, sister. You
How
tell
many
him.
people have already been shot
Preach,
down, murdered,
Jesus.
robbed, stabbed in 2026 in this all-American city?
Preach, sister, preach. I love her. I love her.
Yeah,
Girl,
she's pretty good.
preach.
I think her name is Cynthia, and
We
I'd
said
like to
that
get her on the
once,
show.
Cynthia. I love the energy. Never change and be who you are.
Alex,
Sorry.
are you seeing all this? This is shit you're avoiding
She's
because
at
you're
every
in Florida,
meeting.
bro.
She's at
Dude,
every
I'm-
meeting. She always
I'm
speaks.
watching
You're
it.
safe.
This
You're
is
safe
hilarious.
away. We're quarantining, bro. You're lucky. Alex is the lucky one.
I just tune in every week to the new episode of what's happening in Stockton.
This is some Arkham Asylum shit, bro, or Gotham
Bro,
City shit, because
telling
this is
you,
all unrelated. What the
Shady
fuck
Man
is this?
Productions is gonna put Stockton into development. I'm telling you. We're literally gonna capture the real life events of Stockton and just document it and do it like an office type shit on the city council.
The
you know?
Office.
Oh my god, a city council parody. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we do that? Come on, can we please do that?
Well, that might be a thought. Yeah, a little guerrilla theater.
Who there?
Our version of Second City TV.
Yup. There you go.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well. Hey. On that note, let me take care of our obligations here, and we will be right back.
Run some ads.
Live Pro Wrestling returns to Stockton on Saturday, January 24th, when the Total Wrestling Federation presents the 3rd annual Fight for Franklin at Eagles Hall, a fundraiser for the wrestling team at Franklin High School, with all proceeds going to Franklin High's wrestling team. This action-packed card will feature 3 title matches, plus a special lumberjack match. In the main event, human highlight reel Landon Ramos puts the TWF World title on the line against Zeke, the Samoan Reaper. For the TWF Tag Team Championship, Mike Hayashi and Para Singh will square off against David Assassino Martinez and Jesus Cruz. The TWF Television Championship is on the line when Godfather of Swole Don Swole Leon faces 209 boat Noah Palma. And in a special lumberjack match, the Maverick Jay Cruz will settle his beef with Big MF Matt Freeman. Also on the card are CJ Dirt, Firebelly Giga Herrera, Christian Black, and more. Doors open at 6 and bell time is 7. Advanced tickets on Eventbrite, adults $20 and just $10 for kids. Eagles Hall, 1492 Bourbon Street in Stockton, California. Be there Saturday, January 20th for the Fight for Franklin 3.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. But don't. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. That's 12 bonus toys. Fair warning, once this starts, your dog will sprint to the door every time they hear a truck. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today, before your dog runs away. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better. Go!
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Hey guys, Smacks here. If you guys like gaming, swing over to Twitch, Smacks_TTV, live most nights. Stop by, say hi, drop a follow.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops. You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
We back, baby.
All right, we's back. Hit the like button.
Subscribe to Port City Uncensored.
Yeah.
If you haven't already.
Yeah, so
we're back, baby, and I've got a lot to say.
Yeah,
I'm fucking high, man. I'm pumped, man. Oh, Jack, I got a question for you guys.
What's that?
Tell me if you guys have noticed something, but I can't help but feel there might be a conspiracy to take down Jason Lee from his own inner city council because they just hate his ass that much. He's just too good at his job.
No, it's not that he's too good at his job. I genuinely feel like because it's not Mayor Fugazi that's getting the credit, and it's not any other specific council member that's really bringing in any resources or doing anything really to have a huge impact on the city, there's some level of like resentment or jealousy at the fact that if all these things do take place and occur, the person that's getting the most credit is Jason Lee and not the city council. Does that make sense?
Look at my profile picture. This motherfucker represents my district, and he does fuck all about it. This entire city council, Jack, when did Brando speak? I can't remember.
He did. Yeah, he did have a few comments. Nothing much though.
Exactly.
But, it's like I said, since day one, he's had issues with Jason, and if you look at how flushing, but keep in mind,
look at the double chin.
But well,
do you trust the guy with the double chin? Look at that fucking double chin. He's got the Peter Griffin face. Lois.
Yeah, well, like I said, he looks like Carlos Mencia with Down syndrome. Listen. Okay, here's a good example. Here was a guy who, when he ran, paid Motec. He paid the protection money just like the rest of them did. So 209 Times won't talk bad about them. All right. I call that giving up your lunch money to the schoolyard bully. I call that you don't have enough faith and enough confidence and belief in yourself and what you believe in that you're going to pay money to a dirt sheet operator to get a pat on the back.
Well, you got to
from that.
Well, so let's put this into perspective. So in Brando's perspective, before he even ran, did you know who Brando was?
I actually, I did. Yeah, he was a planning commissioner.
Okay. But if it wasn't for his service as planning commissioner, essentially, would we really know who Brando is? Would the city that voted for him to be city council, like a city council member?
Well, first of all, not for nothing.
Did I get the right Carlos?
He has a brother and an uncle who Carlos was a county supervisor and then was an assemblyman, and what's his name? Miguel was a county supervisor for 2 terms. So it kind of runs in the family. All right. They also have another relative that's a judge, I believe. So, it runs in the family. Unfortunately, he, like the Corleone family, he's the Fredo.
Wait. I only saw the first Godfather. Which one's the dumb? Who's that again?
Fredo.
For me.
Fredo. He's the one that Al kills. He's the one that Marco killed.
Godfather 2, yeah. And to be honest with you, somebody should take Brando ice fishing out in Lake Tahoe one night.
Ice fishing. That's funny. Is that a pun for ice?
I meant night fishing out on Lake
Ice
Tahoe.
fishing?
Yeah, if they ever do a remake of that movie, yeah, use him for that. And that's another thing, like him flipping off Motec, at the meeting and getting censored for that. Those two fucking idiots, flipping each other off, fuck them both. They're both at the same level. Zero. They both suck dick. All right, but I digress.
They both suck dick like Lewinsky.
Like I
Ask
said,
Bill.
this is a guy, he paid the money, all right, his last election, okay, so he got in, even though he didn't live in the fucking district, and you're not going to convince me that those motherfuckers at 209 Times didn't know about his residency issues. They had to have, okay? They had to have. I don't believe they're that retarded, okay? But so anyway,
Well, you're not saying 209 Times got Brandonville Pooh elected, are you?
he got in, and I compared this to the wrestling business to a guy who wins the pinfall, but he had his feet on the ropes. He was cheating, and the referee
John Cena?
because he was out of position. Okay, so anyway, I digress. What happened was on the original vote to get rid of Harry Black, Brando was supposed to go along with the pack and vote him out, but he didn't. All right. And then there was the fallout at Valley Brew after the meeting. This was in a closed session meeting, but all of a sudden, Motec shows up out of nowhere at Valley Brew, going after fucking Brando, saying, "Hey, you were supposed to vote along." There, right there, was the proof of a shadow government working behind the scenes. All right. Somebody snitched off what went on in that closed session meetings to Motec in order for him to get down there and give Brando shit. Now, Brando's been on the outs ever since then. All right. So yeah, unlike the others that are still on the payroll, still bought and paid for, that still get their marching orders from that South Harlan Road in Lathrop, Brando is kind of out on his own. And see, he don't have any friends now. So that's the position he's in now, But I digress. That's essentially what you're stuck with in District 5.
Isn't that my district or what district?
No, you're way up in 1.
Oh, okay. I'm District 1. Either way, any District 1 members want to run for city council, we got to replace Padilla. I can't do it. I don't got the time. But if you got the time and the funding for it, please, by all means, run. Anything has to be better than Michelle Padilla. Anything. I swear.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see what pops up in that district. The talent pool around here is so fucking piss poor, when it comes to candidates. I mean...
So, has anybody else from District 1 announced they're running for the city council?
Not that I've heard of. I got to do some checking into that. I haven't heard about a whole lot of candidates from anywhere in any of the offices. And it's unfortunate because in a city this size, I feel in every election there should be at least 5 or 6 people running for each council seat.
Yeah.
And
Maybe I should run for mayor.
Sometimes that don't happen.
Who's your city council member?
Who, me?
No, Jax.
Mine,
Jason Lee.
No. No, I don't live in District 6. I live in District 4. Okay.
Or city council.
Is that good or bad?
In District 4, I'll tell you exactly what
Which
it
is the shittiest district?
No, I'll tell you
Mine.
exactly what it is. Even though Mario, I'll give him the devil is due. He's doing a half bad job. He's partnered up with Jason Lee on a lot of shit. He's getting potholes fixed around here.
Yeah, but mine doesn't. My district fucking representative doesn't partner up with Jason Lee. My district just gets drunk at some fucking random bar and I don't know, lives under a fucking rock.
Yeah, yeah, we all know that. But
It eats cheeseburgers. Where do you think that double chin comes from? Don't you
yeah,
guys forget. I
but
see
as
that double
far as,
chin getting bigger every city council meeting, motherfucker. You ruined my district. I'm furious.
yeah,
How
all
many
right.
cheeseburgers did you sacrifice my district for? I'm just curious, Brando. How
Oh,
many cheeseburgers did you sacrifice?
yeah, probably a lot, and some cupcakes too to go along with it. But as I was saying about District 4, after 8 years of Susan fucking Lenz, who probably holds the record for missed meetings. All right. And believe me, I was at those meetings and saw an empty chair many times, enough times to actually write an article about it, suggesting that maybe her picture needs to be on milk cartons because nobody seems to know where the fuck she is half the time. All right. So after 8 years of that, uh, you you're hard pressed to find anybody around here that even gives a shit who's sitting in that seat. Sorry, Mario, but that's just the way it is. Uh, around here in District 4, we've kind of got used to getting by on our own. So, you ask me, we don't give a shit. But, I digress. So, but anyway, yeah, that's how the districts are panning out. But this year, it's going to be the odd numbers 1, 3, and 5 that are up for election or re-election, as it were.
Hopefully, we get a city council that can, in the future, in 2026 and moving forward, work together to rebuild the city
Is that
in
a
a
joke?
positive way. No,
I
I'm
feel
just
like
I forgot to laugh.
and prayed for so many years.
Okay, well, let's take a look at something else.
guys. Hold on. Let us say a prayer. God, please let 2026 be the year that Stockton finally pulls its shit together and finds a city council district or city council team that can work together. Please. Amen.
Can we skip
Please,
that before you go to the rapture?
God.
All right. In the
Jesus.
meantime,
Oh, watch this, boys.
Jesus. Oh, God. What am I watching?
in the meantime, people
That
are
was
getting
today, bro.
their cars stolen in their front yard.
What?
Let's go
You
here.
better lock your car, Nelson.
Yeah.
This gal lost her Honda to this
Look at this.
guy.
Look at this concerned citizen. Look at him. He's checking the interior of this woman's car, and then driving away with it.
He did get into it.
And he drove away.
What?
Let me.
I guess.
Wow. Wait, I think there's more.
There he goes.
Oh no, he got away with it.
There's a guy literally to the car. An oil leak.
Damn, dude. He
That's the wrong
literally.
Well, read the comments. The guy's saying there's no way you can open that car and drive away without a program or program key. The guy says he had a key. What the fuck?
It's pretty easy to make an
All
RS.
right. And this is her. This is the gal that actually owns the car.
Owned the car.
It looks like maybe a burgundy color Accord. It has a UOP sticker on it.
And she locked it. See, she locked the fucking thing, and it still got jacked.
He did lock it.
Yeah,
See,
so,
that's my point. You can do absolutely nothing and do everything right and still get robbed. That's Stockton for you, baby.
I don't know.
Yeah, that happened about 1:30 in the morning, I believe. So
You can't have shit in Stockton. Imagine if that was a must. Hey, Nelson, if you had a Ferrari outside of your house, do you think that'd still be there next week?
I have an 07 Mustang parked outside of my house. And
Okay, don't tell us what fucking car you have. I'm saying, like, if you theoretically, if you had, like, an even more expensive, super rare car and it doesn't have a garage, do you think it'd still be there? Probably not. It'd probably steal the fucking rims, right? That's my point, though, is that you can't have shit in Stockton.
You know how hard it is. So this is the thing, Scott. You have to understand a thief's mindset. If you were a thief, would you steal
Automatic, not stick.
Would you hold on? Would you steal the
Huh?
super
Yeah.
nice, super luxurious, super easy to spot Lamborghini,
Yeah.
where you're going to be on a high-speed chase
Yeah.
with the cops and everything.
Yeah.
You're most likely going to die and be caught. Or would you steal a car like that burgundy Camry that was right there, that's super inconspicuous, that a lot of people have? You could literally pull up next to a cop, and unless they like know that car has like is reported stolen at that very instant, you could literally drive side by side with the police officer, and they will pull you over.
Oh my God, Nelson, you're right. You gave me an idea. You're right. I'm not gonna steal the Lamborghini. I'm gonna steal the shitty car and then use it to ram into a jewelry store in downtown Stock at the fucking mall, and then steal the jewelry and drive. They never suspect me.
Production
the crime of the year, buddy.
not advocate for stealing cars.
But yeah, of
okay?
course not, because you're not gonna get away with that. But you can see the idea, though.
YouTube terms of service.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube
YouTube.
terms of service.
In Minecraft, though. It's just in Minecraft.
We all
I always
have
say in Minecraft.
On
I'm just-
the mindset of a thief.
Yeah, in Minecraft. The mindset of a thief in Minecraft.
I'm just saying. And you know what, Scotty? That's probably how that robbery for the K Jewelers happened. They got a stolen car, wasn't reported. Probably what they did was they stole somebody else's license plate, pulled those license plate on that stolen car, drove down to fucking the jewelry store with the getaway car, robbed K Jewelers, jumped in the bitch, and then skedaddled. And then, J-Man, were there any arrests from that? Did you know?
I haven't heard anything.
Nope.
Damn, them motherfuckers took. Oh wow.
Like I said, so many things I've seen. The phrases "no arrests made," subject still at large.
Yeah, so ask the point. How many people have been robbed, bro?
Oh, by the way, they just was it yesterday? Yesterday or Tuesday, they made 3 arrests. They pulled over 3 separate guys. They all had guns. Okay, so I talk about the guns that are being taken that the cops find every
Where are the
day.
guns going? Are they going to Guns R Us?
All right. Well, okay. The case in point, the mayor herself said between 600 and 700 guns, were taken off the street.
every year. Trust me, my name's Fugazi.
By the way, on a side note, when they want to talk about crime stats, I was just listening to something today. Most violent crime, including homicide, is down 20% nationwide due to the efforts of the FBI and federal agents over the past year working on the street level. Okay, so yeah, a good part of what we've seen, like a lower rate this past year on the homicides, has to do with a current national trend that's going on. In
What
other
is a
words,
trend? What if I just came to Stockton, Jack?
Cash Patel and Dan Bongino did a damn good job of cleaning up the FBI and getting them on the track that they're supposed to be on, which is catching bad guys. And
Why do you need that money for that jet then? Cash Patel wasted a shit ton of money to take him and he's definitely not a plant sexy Israeli wife onto a fancy dinner. But he was using a fucking a jet funded by taxpayer money. So it's like, I shit you not, that's actually something he did. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do that because he has a hot wife. But the point being is that why don't we have all these government assets in Stockton, like ICE, for example? Like, okay, I'll give you guys an example. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Right now, these 2 cities are popping off. That's not a pun. I shit you not. But the point is that these are pretty much they have an increased presence of federal agents. Now, what's it called? I think Trump had the National Guard or whatever the fuck. He deployed some military unit like DC, and now it's the safest city in America. The case being is because motherfuckers with guns who are not thugs or who are actually like pro-America came and took order, right? So Stockton doesn't have any of that, right? So what if ICE or fucking the feds are to come to Stockton and be like, hey, believe it or not, it's been almost 2 months, and those kids are dead from a birthday party shooting, and no one really gave a shit. No one did anything. $130,000 for the bounty, and the feds are still tracking. They haven't found shit. They're not gonna find shit because people are too scared to do anything. My point being is that if you can't avenge who did this, can we prevent this? Can we prevent this from happening again? And if so, would having increased military police presence in Stockton benefit us? That's my question. I want all your opinions. Would that help Stockton? Would that help us?
Put ICE in Stockton, bro. Honestly,
Not just them, but yeah.
they're here now.
Yeah, but like massive army, like fucking
We need
increase,
the
like
FBI. So what we need is
fucking send them all.
whatever special task force that they brought into the Bay
The
Area.
fucking Navy SEALs, bro. Whoever took out Maduro, we need him.
We need whatever special task force that came and eradicated the gangs from the Bay Area and the peninsula to do the same out in Stockton and keep pushing them motherfuckers to like Kansas or Missouri or some other state that's already got these issues that they can deal with these people.
Yeah, because the cops already outnumbered 4-1.
Clean up our streets.
Yeah.
Literally, we got all the rejects from the Bay Area out here in Stockton
and Oakland.
We just gotta keep pushing them away. Just like flap the wings and just.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you something here. Okay. Well, first of all, on a side note regarding Minneapolis, I came across something really interesting today. The Minneapolis Police Department lost, I believe it was 70 applicants for police jobs. You know where those guys went to?
Where?
ICE. Because ICE is hiring like fucking crazy. They have been. And so even those guys are smartening up saying, hey, we see what's being more effective here on the street. So I thought that was interesting. But as far as here in Stockton and California generally, understand, fellas, we are in the belly of the beast.
We're in the ball sack of the beast. The fuck you mean not there, but we're in the balls, bro.
We are
deeper.
in Newsom's, California, the home where illegals and criminals are welcomed and
sanctuary, bro.
All right.
They even get benefits more than we do.
This is where you're going to see the most resistance to anything that's going on a federal level. Okay?
So what do we do, Jack?
Newsom thinks he knows he's got the answers for everything. He wants to make everybody else like California, and that's why he's going to run for president. And unfortunately, we have a population here of fucking retards that elected this guy twice, helped him beat a recall, helped him put Prop 50 over to the point where this fucking clown, this coked up alcoholic clown, can go on TV anytime he wants, ask for whatever he wants. He's got a legislature in Sacramento that's totally beholden to him. We got two Republicans, and that's the opposition.
And they both sucked.
So, essentially it's a one-party Soviet-style operation that we have going here. And, this is what they want. And unfortunately, you got the knuckleheads, and it's mainly the population out of L.A. and Frisco that put the statewide elections over. Yeah, you've got a lot of red counties, inland and stuff, and whatever.
They don't generate the amount of money or
not enough.
The amount of population.
Or the votes.
Yeah, but they don't have their votes, but they don't have the same. Like I said, they don't generate the same amount of money or have the same amount of population that these bigger cities have that will outweigh the vote of these smaller.
Because they have a shit ton of illegals?
No, the illegals have nothing to do with it. The illegals can't vote. I'm just talking about people that are registered to vote that actually show up to vote.
Oh, no, I don't mean that. I mean, like, you have, like, a bunch of illegals in your city that they're not voting, but as in, like, they take up the jobs of the housing, so that kind of, like, if you can't afford to live in your city, then you're forced to move, right? Then you can't vote, because you're priced out of your city. That's my point.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like
right?
the counties are.
I personally just can't get over the whole COVID thing. How he found the state, but he left.
He was partying, bro. He was eating steak. You're like, fuck you. You're gonna stay home and wear a mask. You can't see your grandma. I'm gonna be out in public eating in this fucking party.
The reason why Gavin Newsom has a real shot at winning is because I
people
don't
hate Trump.
think that Trump can't rerun unless he changes the Constitution.
He can't rerun, bro.
For a third term.
Vance.
And even if Trump doesn't run for a third term, the Republican Party, I don't believe, has necessarily a viable candidate.
Nick Fuentes?
I
think Nick Fuentes would be a viable candidate.
Why I think Newsom has a better shot at winning is because his values and his views are closer to those of the Republicans, the moderate, like conservative. to the
But not to guys like us, though.
I'm gonna take issue, but I'm glad you brought that up, Nelson. Okay, because you've mentioned this before that he acts like a Republican.
He does.
No,
He acts, but he's not.
well, okay, but look at his policies. Okay, it's the exact opposite. So here's the deal. We have a new animal in the room now. Okay, it's called the limousine liberal.
The what?
Okay,
The
these
fuck
are
is that?
guys. Okay, and Gavin Newsom is the star of this show, and he's not the only one, but he's like the main one right now.
Bill Maher.
These people love money. Okay, they cannot exist without shitloads of money. Okay, he's building a $9 million mansion as we speak in the Bay Area. Okay,
what?
He owns a
Yeah,
winery.
man, that's where the real estate is.
Money. He's Nancy Pelosi's nephew. The Pelosi family
Nepotism.
has more money than God just in real estate holdings alone in the Bay Area. Okay, not to mention all the stock tips that she got over the years in Congress. Okay, these people are only concerned about one thing: money. Get it through your head, people. Okay,
It's that
these motherfuckers aren't in the business.
money.
Okay, so it's the limousine liberal. Okay,
Libtard.
these people will put us all under a socialist dictatorship, Soviet style, as long as they
They're
can
up
be
top.
the elite at the top.
Rules for
Okay,
thee, but not for
because
me.
that
Animal
way
Farm.
they can keep their money and they're making their money and doing what they do. So it's the limousine liberal. All right, now is
What's
that
Fugazi, Jack? What's
is that
Fugazi
gonna,
then?
let's forget about her a minute. We're talking about Gavin Newsom. Okay, he doesn't sell across middle America very well. And right now, the Trump administration is having one win after another in
Venezuela.
foreign policy. The economy is stabilizing. There's money coming in from the tariffs. If this continues over the next 3 years, the Republicans are going to have plenty of talent. Okay, they don't need Trump. If Trump drops dead tomorrow, guess what? Everything that's been put in place is still going to continue because this is not the same Trump administration as 2016. This is an entirely different animal, okay? In the 4 years he had off, he's been talking to people. He put together a team. This is a machine. You know, when you look at people like Tulsi Gabbard and Rubio, and you can throw Vance in there too. Let's not rule out Ron DeSantis. The Republicans are going to have a lot of talent come, the next election. Trust me. As far as Gavin Newsom, as California continues to get farther in debt and more companies keep leaving, which is, going on as we speak, and nothing changes here, it's not a good look. We've got a bad look across the country now with our homeless rates, with our tax rates, and so he's, he's going to be getting a lot of money from Democrat donors all across the country. But hey, who's going to challenge him? I got a feeling Kamala's going to take a second shot because she's running around the talk show circuits, running her big yap, acting like she's the one that actually won the election last time. And, she's putting out all kinds of misinformation and shit. But the way she's acting, I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to make another stab of it. People have said that AOC might want to take a run for it. And maybe
Well, she's kind of hot, though. To be fair, that's the only reason I vote for AOC. She got a fat ass. She's not called a big blue Latina for nothing.
Yeah, I bust a nut on her gums too.
Yeah, whoa!
Policy-wise, she sucks. Her district in New York is a total shithole. Okay,
Yep.
Crime, prostitution, poverty, drugs.
San
You
Francisco.
got it all there. Okay, so that's her track record.
Well, what I was gonna say is because the elections, especially after a Republican, so this time because Trump already, so I'm curious to see how the next election really does play out. Just frankly, because if Trump doesn't rewrite the Constitution, I think if Trump runs for a third
He's
term,
not going to run for a third term.
but if he does, he has
He's
a
too
real
old.
shot at winning. I understand, but if he does, he has a real shot at winning. In my opinion. If he
No, he doesn't.
You don't think he does?
I don't think he does.
I do not think he has a
Not
single
with the
chance
young
of
man
winning the
vote.
next election.
Nick Fuentes has a better fucking chance. Allow me to interject as a young guy, Republican, Democrat. How about America first? Because you guys forget that in a couple of years, what about people who don't give a shit about either party and are quite literally American ultranationalists? So when I say that, I'm thinking a guy like Nick Fuentes because this dude is quite literally fuck both you guys. You both are owned by Israel, right? So allow me to interject. If both political parties are owned by a non-government donor or official, then they're both compromised, are they not? So then it doesn't really matter. So people are still vote granted, but me as a young guy, Donald Trump hasn't done a fucking thing for me. He hasn't deported nearly enough people. He hasn't really done the type of shit I want. So yeah, you took over Venezuela. The fuck does that do for me though?
Yeah,
so
but
young men voted for Trump. That's why he won the fucking second election in such a landslide. He's not going to win it again because he hasn't fulfilled most of his promises.
Well,
I keep up with the tabs with this shit, bro. He's done a lot of it, but the point is that for me right now, as a young guy, he's pro H-1B1 visa. Ironically,
like
okay, but you know what?
Don't forget, Elon Musk is his buddy. What does Elon Musk want for easy tech workers?
They're not friends anymore,
At
man.
that point.
That ship has sailed.
Don't forget the connections that are made at that point, though. Doge, this shit isn't just fucking forgotten. Just because they're not on TV shaking hands, their business deals don't go away.
We also got to take into account how usually these elections go. I remember a lot. There's still a lot of swing states, and we aren't necessarily. It's not the majority that necessarily votes who the president is. It's the electoral college. So whoever gets the most electoral college votes will end up being the president. You may
Would you
not
vote for
have,
Trump?
you may not have to appeal to. You may not have to appeal to, let's say, 26 of the 50 states. You just have to appeal to the ones that have the majority of electoral college votes and run a really good campaign in those states, and then accumulate the amount of votes that you need from the electoral college to win.
So I'm gonna give you another answer. Either party doesn't give a shit about young men.
The two states with the most electoral votes are New York and California. They both go blue every fucking time, but yet a Republican still gets in. Okay, so it's not necessarily the biggest states. It's a combination of which states.
Correct. So the swing states are what matters the most.
The swing state is about 5 or 6 of them, and they're the ones that actually
amount of electoral college votes too. Don't forget.
And it's the independent voters in those states that are determining the election. Okay, because it's the independents that they're enough in number that they're going to be the deciding factor.
Okay, that's all great. How about we skip the bullshit? How about we get a party that gives a fuck about young men? Because right now, neither party gives a shit about guys like me, guys like Nelson.
Why should they?
That's my point. They don't give a shit. So why the fuck should I vote for them? Why should I risk my life to
then don't vote? You have the right to not vote if you don't vote. It doesn't matter.
The issue with that is though that their policies they make are still affects your life, though. Even if I don't vote, right? Whoever wins,
but
whatever they do,
in your state, it doesn't matter if you vote or do not vote. The majority is going to be blue. Unless if something crazy happens.
The point.
Well, I'm sorry. Then, brother, then move to Wisconsin where there's 2 electoral votes and you can easily change stuff there.
But you don't see how that doesn't
here,
bother you, though?
I there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you or I can do as long as we're in the same class as we are now.
We're
now, if your net worth is over, I don't know, 2.5 billion, then yeah, you can lobby for some things to happen in Congress or
but we're expendable.
Local,
that's my point.
Municipal or state.
Do you guys hear my point?
I mean, listen, bro. I also had an awakening like you did when I was your age.
Well,
and
I'm Red Pill
it's
rage
tough.
Right now. I'm still in the rage, bro. I'm still in the awakening phase. I'm still pissed off.
Hey man,
you can't expect
doesn't
me
go
to
away.
give a shit about a system that doesn't give a fuck about me. I'll give you an example. Rome, baby. Why can't we have Rome? Rome was great.
Let me tell you something, Scotty.
Tell me, Nelson.
It wasn't great. They had slaves. Why would we have Rome if they have slaves? That's
Rome
crazy.
without the slaves.
What makes you think we're not a Rome? What makes you think we're not the third Rome now?
We're collapsing like Rome
because we're too big to fail.
for now.
Alex, do you remember back when I was around? Actually, not around Scotty's age, because I think by the time I was Scotty's age, I was like actually
Scotty,
far.
how old are you? You say you're. I feel like you're a lot
22.
older than you think you are, man.
He's
How old am I?
22. He's 22.
You're 24.
I'm old. I'm not
You're
24.
22, dog.
I'm
Hold
old.
on.
Relax.
But regardless, so when Trump first got into office, and you can ask Alex because this was when we used to hang out basically all the time, every day or whatever. This was when I think we were in high school. I used to watch Young Turks and Ben Shapiro plus Fox News
I remember those guys.
every single day. Alex would come over. All I would have on is the news because I was very invested in politics at that point. But it got to a point where the issues were no longer being discussed, and it was no longer the issues. The only thing that was being discussed on every news platform, except for Ben Shapiro's Live Wire, his or the Daily Wire, his podcast, was
Alex Jones
the report. And because of that, I just tuned off to politics for literally up until this past year when I started going to the city council. And I can only do Stockton politics because if I look at all the major shit that's going on, it's just going to give me a fucking headache. And and it just makes me mad. Why
do you think I'm angry?
My world is sports. So go check out Edwin from the End Zone and click that subscribe button so you can
Yeah, I love that shout out. That was clever.
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah,
That's
for
my
sure.
world.
In the end
I
zone.
was to get outraged in my community, goddammit. Because I can control my community. I can at least try to control what's in my community. This entire country, I'm not the president yet. That's for 2046, guys. We're running our campaign now, so please stay tuned.
Hold on a second. I apologize for that. Let me.
The flag is waving.
Hello.
I wish we had a great leader that we could call the Emperor of Man and just follow that guy, but we don't have a great leader to show us the way.
Hi.
Well,
I'd never have an emperor.
Emperor NPV sounds better, doesn't it, guys?
That kind of sounds badass. I'm not gonna lie. Why is there always a bunch of old white boomers fighting? That's a liberal.
What is called the Matrix?
Yeah, but see, why the fuck do conservatives have to fear for their lives? Because they have different political opinions. You see my point?
I mean, it's because they align themselves with an orange nutcase. That's kind of why this is. It's like dividing our country, brother.
If I have even like the slightest conservative opinion, like I don't believe that fucking hot dog should have mayonnaise, I'm gonna get Charlie Kirk. You know how retarded that is. The point is that we're so divided that that's the point. It's fucking scary, bro.
You know why? You know why we're so divided?
Because we're retarded.
No, because the country decided to listen to someone who is not a politician, and they elected him in 2016. I'm all for Republicans to be president. I wanted a different Republican president than Trump.
They did it 3 times, to be fair.
I like Ramaswamy.
Well, I did too, actually.
I like Ramaswamy.
I wanted someone way different, but because the guy has so much pull and the fact that he likes taking vacations on islands in a mysterious place, so everybody seems to like him.
That was on the Epstein list to be our president.
They're all on the Epstein list, bro.
Twice.
They're all compromised.
Everybody, there are people here, even in Florida, that pray to that guy. But there are also Republicans that I've met who don't even like him because they actually know what the Republican Party stands for, and it's just nonsensical what he does sometimes.
Well. Here's the thing.
I think we need a new party.
This Republican Party now is not the party of the Bushes and Cheneys anymore.
Neither is the Democrat. The
Okay?
Democrats aren't the same either.
Okay,
Goes both
well,
ways, boys.
yeah,
You're
true
right.
that. Okay, their story's a little bit different. Okay, the radicals last time around all decided to back off and back Biden. Why? Well, because he's a little slow and stupid, and yeah, we could just manipulate him behind the scenes.
He does
Okay, and
have
that's what
dementia,
went on
doesn't
for
he?
4 years. Okay, and Scotty, in your references to you don't think Trump is doing enough. Let me tell you, this is only the first year. Number one. Number two, things take time. And after 4 years of having that border wide open
10
and
million
having
immigrants
every
came in.
terrorist and drug
Millions
dealer
of
and human
terrorists, yeah.
trafficker in the world come across that border, it's going to take more than a minute for the feds to clear these people out of the country, which they are doing. We're seeing it on the street, like right in places like
And they're being
Minneapolis
attacked for
right
it.
now. Okay, true that. That should
Why?
tell you everything you know. Well, that should tell you everything you need to know about your
does
neighbors.
tell me.
Okay, where you're never going to have a 100% united country. It's going to be 51-49
Yeah, but there's a line at some point
or
we got to cross,
60-40
boys.
or whatever. Okay,
Where do you draw the line?
Okay. Listen, let me explain something to you. Okay, this bitch that got fucking that got shot in Minneapolis.
Yeah, in the face.
Okay?
In the face.
It don't matter, okay? None of that fucking matters, okay? What matters is that when Charlie Kirk died, his mourners filled stadiums across the country, okay?
It didn't riot.
This bitch is pulling maybe a few hundred at a time in demonstrations, okay? There's no peaceful assembly, and I don't have a problem with peaceful assembly. It's guaranteed under the Constitution.
That's in the Constitution, yeah.
This is not peaceful assembly when you're going and attacking police,
And
when you're
stopping
going and
ICE.
attacking people across the street that have a counter demonstration or opinion other than you, okay? This is not peaceful assembly. It's not peaceful assembly when your little assembly decides to go on a march to a downtown area and loot and burn. Okay, that is not peaceful assembly. Okay, so these people, I'm telling you, these Democrat radical liberals are deranged. They are so pissed off that they not only lost the election last time, big time. 2025 was not a good year for them, and the way 2026
They can't define what a
shaping
woman
up,
is.
not much is going to change. They're on the run. They're on the ropes. And this radicalization and this acting out that you're seeing, listen, Renee Good, she went out of her way to make a conscious decision of her
To
own
abandon
free
her
will
kids.
to leave her house, to drive
And her
8
kids.
hours away and to forget about her kids and to take part and use her vehicle. She could have parked and gone with the peaceful assembly and held a sign or done whatever. If she had done any of that, she'd be alive today. If she would have complied with the police,
Yep.
she'd be alive today. Okay?
Why'd you run him over then? Why'd you try to run him over? It's on camera, and there's he's got bruised actually. You can see the dude's ribs. Dude's got what's it called? Bruises on it. So it's clear that
Well, I
she
heard he
did
had
attempt to run him
internal
over.
bleeding,
But my
too.
question being is that this is unnecessary death, no matter how you spin it. My question is that it's tragic that we're at a point where people can be brainwashed. I'll give you guys an example like this. This is what I like to call it. Okay, so
I thought you had a
Bright Lord-
question, man.
yeah, I
You
do
said a
have
statement.
boss. Bright Lord, Dark Lord, they're the same thing, really. So it's like when I look at, but you have to look at it like this, though. You have to pick a side, right? Because at some point you got to like choose. I guess I'm more conservative, to be honest. And the reason why I'm conservative because I feel like this. I think we should have borders closed, right? Why? We should take care of our veterans, our own people, right? I don't like tax money going out. Here's 5 things to make me conservative, but make me an enemy of people like this, right? Like I said, borders are closed. Why do we have borders closed? Because we need to like secure the fucking home from people who aren't like us, right? We don't want them to come over and take our shit, right? Like hop on the border and shit. I want our veterans to be taken care of, right? Because where I come from, it's pretty simple. If someone goes to war and fights and dies and whatever and all that shit, so you don't have to, so you can stay home like we are right now, that person deserves our respect, right? That's why they're our veterans. That's why they're entitled to like healthcare and all this shit. That's what I believe in, right? So another part is what else? So I understand that people don't like Trump, but I also believe in necessary evil, as in he's obviously logically the superior option compared to Kamala Harris. However, he's when people are like, well, I wish we could have had another option. Yeah, that makes all sense because there's people who could have been far better than Trump, but at the time, this is the guy he made the play, right? So it's hard to get the perfect candidate who's going to appease every single person, right? So what I wish is that why do we have a Democrat and Republican Party? Why can't we just have no party and just have be pro-American for everything, right? Why is there even division to begin with? It's just something
Well,
to think about.
that's actually
Why are
what
we
people
killing our
like.
own people? We're killing our country. We're killing our brothers and sisters. We're being psyoped, and it's like you're killing your own people. Why? Do you not you can't foresee the consequences? Is that all this spilled blood? It's not like the Middle East. We're not fucking going over the Middle East and fucking like fighting war and killing their people. No, we're killing our own people, and that's the fucked up part about it. And it's like you can't see that people at the top, like it's like puppet masters. Your strings are being pulled, right? So like I'll play like this. I support ICE because ICE is simply doing their job. What are they doing? If you come over here illegally, that is a crime, right? We all agree that that's what the fuck it is.
So this is my perspective on this entire thing about ICE. Literally, and I'm going to talk about like Peru for a second because this is an issue in Peru. Other countries have gone to Peru to exploit its natural resources, to exploit its gold, to exploit the petroleum, to just exploit the country. The Peruvians do not benefit from any of this. It's the people from Venezuela, from Chile, from Colombia, from Bolivia, all these foreign countries that are taking advantage of Peru because can't get their they can't get their president right. They can't get their shit together. What we're doing in America is literally preventing that from happening, in my honest
And yet we're the
there's
bad
a
guys for
reason
doing that.
why we're doing these things because we don't want to be like countries like Peru where other people from other countries are coming in and taking advantage of our natural resources and what we've built here in this great
Okay,
country.
so there it is, Nelson. So by us
Right.
believing this, that makes us the enemy, right? So that statement right there makes us the enemy.
Crazy because if these illegal immigrants from these countries
They don't give a shit about us.
No. But if what I'm trying to say is a lot of these people when they go back to their own countries, they're racist against people that are not from their countries. And they're like,
Exactly.
why are they
Irony.
here? They need to leave. They're trying to get rid of these people. Just like we're trying to do this, like not we, like as I don't like I'm not personally like don't have anything, but just like America is basically trying to clean up
Yeah.
that issue. We're literally trying to do what a lot of these countries are trying to do in their own like countries, if that makes sense.
But why
Oh
does that
yeah,
make us the bad guys? So that people, what we just said, if you said
the
it on
bad guys
Twitter or
to
some
who?
liberal, they'd be like, "Ah, you're a Nazi for believing in that, right? Fuck you then."
All right. Well, yeah. Listen. Yeah, I've heard about enough of that. Just because somebody says you're this, that, or the other thing, doesn't necessarily make it so. Understand that. Okay, I just had an issue with someone the other night on the stream who likes to throw the word fascist around. Okay, when someone throws that at me, okay, that's a response from someone who's a communist because a fascist is a natural enemy of a communist.
But
All
I'm a
right, just
capitalist.
like the mouse, all right, the cat is a natural enemy of the mouse. All right, it's the
Tom and
same
Jerry,
kind of
baby.
relationship. So I sometimes take that as a compliment. Okay, you left wing freak. Go ahead. You want to call me a fascist? I'll wear it like a badge of fucking honor. Okay.
Jesus
You know,
Christ. I love
I take exception to the Nazi reference though, because
you.
being part
You
Jewish.
better know you're a skinhead, J man. We don't want to steer fully into it, buddy.
Yeah, 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 but being part Jewish, no.
Yeah, see, guys, you can't call him a fascist. He's
Yeah. Well, not a Nazi, okay.
Are,
Yeah,
are you Jewish
I'm
on your
more a
father
Mussolini,
or your
Franco kind
mother's
of guy.
side?
I think if we're going to have a properly running state, we need everybody on board, and that means everybody.
Hey,
Okay,
man,
let's
are
have the
you
trains
Jewish
run
on
on
your
time.
father's side or your mother's side?
The what?
Are you Jewish on your father's side or your mother's side?
Uh, the old man side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
because
I think I'm not 100% sure. Do not quote me on this because I'm not sure. But I think people are like Jewish from the mother's side, if I'm not mistaken. I heard that from somewhere. Don't quote me. I don't know.
yeah. That's a general thing. I
Okay,
mean,
okay, okay. But you're still
I
very
mean,
Jewish, and you're not a fascist, and that's just adamantly clear right here, right now.
ICE is
yeah.
ICE is interesting, man, because I mean I'm all for cleaning up. When they say cleaning up, it's pretty much Trump did it with Washington D.C. so that the capital isn't crime ridden,
That's what I
Illinois
said.
as the great deporter.
and
The Great
and
Deporter.
there's so little illegal immigrants, like statistically compared to the entire country, that the only reason why this is going on is just to police everybody that much more effectively, right? Instead
That's a
of
great concept.
funding the police, right, where it's on the books, his department, his government, is using this off-brand branch of the government that doesn't even report to anybody other than Trump and his fans, and his group. And I'm all for cleaning up the streets. However, the way that they're racially profiling a lot of these folks and detaining them for days, it's very authoritarian. But I do see some benefits in it, and
It's a tough
it
job.
has cleaned up a lot of cities like DC, um, like I think no, was it Nashville? It was a city in Tennessee, Memphis. Minneapolis now, it's starting to
Minnesota.
they're starting to go into effect. Um, and
Yeah.
so, I like it's just it's really it's hard for people to accept it. I just find it very um, it's not constitutional. However, I guess desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Well,
However, it's not American. I've never heard of this happening other than when the Japanese were being racially
well,
profiled and put in
yeah.
camps during World War II.
The only reason, and this is the thing, the only reason why I think it's so emphasized now is because Obama is still known for deporting the most illegal immigrants during his presidency. He's
He
known as a
did.
big deporter. But the difference is it wasn't reported on Obama because of the way I think they approached it. The way that ICE is approaching it, in my opinion, is in a much more violent, much more out there way, where it's being recorded, it's being brought more into the spotlight, and it's
Brute force.
of
I
who
hope they don't go into force in California, man.
is
'Cause
in the
brother,
presidency.
I don't want you to go to Safeway and then you to get stopped because they're gonna look at you and be like,
Who's
"This
got an
guy is
ID?
illegal."
No,
Like,
1,000%. And that's when I'm like, hello, brother. How are you?
Well, how does that work for ICE if they got Hispanics
Actually,
there ICE too? Because you got minorities who work for ICE as well, so it's
well,
not just
I
a
was
bunch
going
of
to
white
say,
dudes
you know how
supporting
many
them.
Hispanic Border Patrol agents there are? A
Yeah,
lot.
who do you think understands the fucking Spanish? The guy who
Yeah,
understands is
right.
the other
Okay,
Hispanic dude, but he was born here
but
illegally. See the
okay,
difference?
but here's what we need to understand. Okay, first of all, when ICE goes out, they
Juan, go get
actually
Miguel.
they're not going out blind, just looking for people. They have lists. They have
Home
lists with
Depot.
names on it of people whose number one, status is in question, but also
right,
a criminal history. Okay.
right,
Now the problem is
That
when
has
they
an
go to some
address.
places, and say it's a workplace, okay, and they run into other illegals that were not necessarily on their
We
list.
gotta take you
Okay.
all.
So now, all right,
that's
now
it.
let me explain something to you. If I was running things, which I'm not,
If you were
okay,
though,
but if I was, here's what I would do. Okay, you go
hypothetically.
somewhere, we find the guy on the list that we're looking for. Okay, he has a warrant from Bolivia for murder and rape. Okay, he got to go. All right. So now, but we got these other people here, and all they're doing is just working. They don't have green cards, but they've been working here a while. Maybe they're sending money back to their families or whatever. Okay, what I would do with those people, instead of taking them in and detaining them, I would issue them on the spot the equivalent of a traffic ticket. There'd be a court date on it, and here's what the deal. You
Get your
make this
fucking
court
visa.
date. Let me finish, Scotty. You make this court date, okay? When you get there, you're not in any trouble, but there's going to be someone there. We're going to take your information. We're going to input you into the system, and then we're going to give you a green card, okay?
Well, actually, Jamie,
But you make that court date. Don't miss that court date. Otherwise, next time we
the
see you,
reason
you're
why
gone.
I'm interrupting is because they literally already do that. The only thing is they don't give you a green card. You're just in the system and you're being processed, so they know where you are. I know this because my older brother and his family, they're in the system. They came here, I think, as refugee. Well, my older brother, he used to be a resident, but he brought his family as refugees because they were seeking asylum. I don't know how the whole process fucking works. All I know is they are put into a system. My older brother and his oldest son both had to go in after I think this whole ICE thing went in. They literally told them they had to come in to be processed again or whatever and be put into the system, and then they were released. They have to do these like court meetings, or they have to come in and register every now and then, like monthly or whatever, just so they know what they're doing. They have ITN numbers, so they work legally. Like they pay their taxes. Like they're not fully legal citizens, but they're as legal as an illegal citizen can get to be able to work here in America.
Well, they have a legal status to be here, and that's all I'm saying is that
There's ways to do this. You just have to get into the system and register and go through the process.
And the law clearly states if you're here for more than 30 days, you have to register.
Yeah.
So, if you're not a criminal, why wouldn't you? Now, I have been
It's
told
called
that
compromise.
that it's a lot of bullshit and there's money involved in this and that. You know what? I would say that the government maybe needs to back off on that part of it and make it a little bit easier.
There are lawyer and legal
Okay.
that process.
All right, so maybe we need to streamline that and make it a little bit easier for these folks. But we don't have to go out of our way to hang people that are just here working necessarily. Okay, but the bad guys now, and like I said, I want somebody to explain to me why somebody with an Interpol warrant needs to be here. They came in illegally, and they don't have a green card. All right, how about like those 7 Iranians that they found in the house in L.A.? 2 of them were on the terrorist watch list. None of them had green cards. Why do people like that have to be here? And this is my question to all the libtard lefty Democrats out there. Why is it so important to you personally to have criminals like that here? Not only that, but if we do have them here, are you willing to have them move in on your block? Are you willing to let them into your house? All right. And don't tell me, oh, no, we can't do that because this, that, and the other thing, but we expect the rest of you to take that. Fuck you. All right. I want these criminals off the street. I want the fentanyl dealers off the streets and out of this fucking country. All right. I want the rapists and the child molesters and the fucking human traffickers off these streets and out of this country and back to whatever shithole they came from. All right. And I don't give a fuck. And you know what? If it takes a president who may or may not have been on Epstein Island, you know what? As long as I'm seeing criminals raked up off the fucking street, I don't give a shit. Okay. Because
Can I give my input? I got to take.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's go.
Because we're already going towards 10:30, and I want to go to sleep, boys.
It's 1:30 over here, man. I'm heading out in 2 minutes.
All right. Well, I tell you what, guys.
Go for it, Scotty, if you want to get your closing argument.
All right, quick word. So I would call this a compromise. So if you want people to like ICE more, how about this? So ICE pretty much has all right, guys. So pretty much we're gonna have you go and detain all the people who pretty much aren't supposed to be here, but they're like the worst of the worst. And pretty much everyone who's just working here, but like you guys are saying, they're just like working a job. The compromise is that you guys get like, all right, we're gonna write a ticket and we'll deal with you guys later. but pretty much ICE is reprogrammed from pretty much arresting everyone who's not supposed to be here to only specifically going after the worst of the worst. So that way, those who are actually an asset to our society, who have actually been here over time, are given more, I guess, a more merciful route. And then the guys who are just scumbags that are here illegally, well, they're just fucking sent to Guantanamo Bay or fucking that prison in El Salvador where the crime's actually super low because Bukelele is a great president. And he's like, yeah, Trump's cool guy. So my point being is that make a compromise, because at the end of the day, we all know is that we don't want to see innocent kids being ripped away from their families. We also don't want to see people we've known for years that are actually good people just get sent in the back of an ice because they're going to be deported to a country they have no idea what the fuck. Because hey, you might be born here, but it's like they're like 80 years old. They got what are they going to just start over to fucking Mexico by themselves? Get the fuck out of here. There's a more merciful compromise to this.
No, there has to be a smart and beneficial outcome. So people there has to be a fair outcome to all of this. I cannot necessarily believe our planet, our world, reality is this dark. Personally,
everyone's come here because for bad. Remember that for a better life.
The Holocaust happened. Just
yeah,
saying.
Yeah. Vietnam,
dude. No way, really?
What? No way.
Couple of world wars,
we still have Ukraine going on. There's still a war in Ukraine, by the way. That hasn't been ended. How crazy is that?
Oh, that's just kind of been forgotten about.
Or Israel and Gaza. Or fucking China trying to take over Taiwan. Or North Korea trying to hack us.
Hey,
dude, I can't wait.
Everybody's taking... All the big powers are taking over somebody.
Yeah.
We took over Venezuela, ladies.
Shit's happening.
Jesus Christ. World War III, guys, coming your way in 2027.
Stay tuned.
Safe bet 2028. Last year of Trump's presidency, he launches World War III. Calling it right now. Put money on it.
Pax Americana, okay? Somebody's got to run things. Who do you want to run things? China or Russia? Do you think they have our best interest?
But hold on.
Japan.
I just thought about this because this happened under the Roosevelt administration. So in times of war, a president is allowed to hold off an election and become a president during war for a longer period of time, or like for a third term. So literally on Trump's final year, I wouldn't be surprised if America goes into World War III just so he could retain the presidency or run for a third term. Just saying.
Congress has to approve war. Officially, Congress has to approve war, and that's not going to happen. Congress will not approve war for just because Nelson put a pick play on World War III. It's not going to happen.
I'm just saying.
What's the over/under on World War III?
I'm ready on it now, guys. Just saying. No, but realistically, think about it. If things continue to escalate the way they've been escalating in Israel with the Gaza thing, and then the Ukrainian war,
who do you think they want to be president?
Taiwan, and we're still dealing with this whole Venezuela thing. What's to say other shit doesn't continue to pop off, and then something tragically happens?
They want Trump to lead them, exactly.
Well,
North Korea's fighting with South Korea.
Damn, South Korea versus
again,
North Korea, Iran versus Israel, Japan versus China.
Who do you want running things? Okay, forget about Iran. They're on the road.
I want Japan running
they're
things.
Literally having a civil war right now, which means all the terrorist groups no longer have funding. Hezbollah, Hamas, they're out of business. Gaza is fucking settled. They just got to rebuild and figure out how they're going to do that. The bottom line is our enemies have taken a major shit in the Middle East, which benefits us. So let's not complain too much about that. As far as Venezuela, again, the drug trafficking that they were getting away with, this was the original target. It was the target all along. Maduro
didn't want to take their natural resources and their gold and their petroleum. Come on, that's why we're doing this.
I bet Peru is fucking fist pumping right now. Take that, Venezuela.
Makes my gas cheaper, I'll tell you that.
Why do we need to run their country to deal
Remember, Greenland and Canada.
We don't need to run their country.
Okay, Nelson, case in point, let's look at the Arabs, in the Middle East, They were for hundreds of years. They wandered that desert as nomads, broke dick fucking nomads. It wasn't until the British and the Americans came in and showed them how to drill that fucking oil up out of the ground. And the deal was it was supposed to be a partnership. All right. And what happened was over the years, these countries, one by one, they got taken over by these corrupt dictators, these socialist motherfuckers, and they nationalized their oil companies, and we got booted out. Okay.
Yeah, no. I understand what happened out there. The difference is Venezuela was not doing what those guys in Iran was. Literally, Venezuela, because Maduro did just Maduro doing stupid shit that he's been known to do for the last decade. Because realistically, is anybody else surprised? Is anybody really surprised?
Well, no, but understand that their oil production infrastructure is shot. It's dated. It needs refurbishing, and that's what needs to be done now.
We
And
don't need
the
to
only
run their country to do that. We can literally send investments, send things out there to do it.
well, that's
Why
what's
do
going
we
to
have
happen.
to run the country?
That's what's going
Why
to
do we
happen.
have to take it?
Okay, but the United States government is not in the oil business. It's Chevron, it's Exxon, it's companies like that, and they're the ones that will be going in. And the Venezuelans, they will benefit from this. As they should, as an oil production company.
Will they? Because literally, Iran, I think, is still rebuilding, or Iraq or Afghanistan. They're one of those. They're still rebuilding after what we went in there to go deal with the war on terror, which was a total which was a real thing. I'm not saying it wasn't. That was a real thing. But all I'm saying is, will they Venezuelans? We will see if the Venezuelans will benefit from this, because we don't know if they will.
Okay. Well, they just had a socialist communist fucking government that supposedly, was going to put them first and bankrupted the country. And everybody's broke. The shelves in the stores are empty, and their oil production machinery is in bad shape. Okay.
What you fail to understand, that's just South America in general. Look at Brazil's government. Look at Peru's government. Look at Colombia's government. They're all. It's not like American politics or the American. There's a reason why we are where we are, and those countries are where they are in the totem pole of first world and third world countries.
Well, yeah, and that's why they will benefit if some of our first world corporations will go in there and fix their infrastructure and get them producing like they're supposed to be and get their economy back on track like it's supposed to be.
Why do we need to run their country? We don't need to run their country.
Well, maybe they have nobody else to run it. The fact, okay,
What?
all 34 of
Say that again, Jack.
All 34 Maduro security guards were Cubans. Okay, the Cubans had a huge hand in running that place, and now they kicked out.
Okay, but why not work with the people or whoever they can to set up a new government and have the new...
That's what they want to do.
No, they don't.
That's,
They're like
Nelson.
What's up,
Nelson? So what they're going to do is similar to what we did in the 80s with Panama and Nicaragua and all them other ones where we install like puppet governments. Huh?
But did we outright run their countries? Did we come outright and say we were going to run these countries in that
We never do.
We literally just did to Venezuela that we were going to run their entire country.
Hence, again, my previous statement, how Dr. Orange does not think about things like this. So I'm just saying, like Venezuela as a whole, you can see that the citizens, like 80% of the citizens, actually agreed with what we did, and they're
51st state. But that's
already a fucking parade right now.
Well, I mean, you can say all that, but again, like they're going to install their own person with American interests because we came in.
And if you look back at Panama, we took Noriega out of there. Same kind of fucking deal.
We couldn't take out Castro though.
And what happened? The Chinese are running the Panama Canal now. So
Why the fuck are the Chinese running the canal? What the fuck? We built the canal.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but they bought it out. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta head out because I'm
all right, guys. Yeah. we're going to wrap this up. We had a good show tonight. A lot of
2
good
hour
discussion here.
special.
We got more to carry on over to the next week, I'm sure. So do your plugs, everybody.
All right. Guys, go check out N1 from the End Zone, ShadyMob.com. We're doing Sonic Waves on Saturday a little bit earlier because we got the Niner games later, and we're going to be covering that on N1 from the End Zone. I hope that's okay with you guys. Boys, do your homework and create music. Scotty, I already know you have. I already know you have.
You guys got to get me your picks.
I'm talking to you, Alex. I'm talking to you. I don't know if you're going to be on. Are you going to be on?
I should be on for a bit. I think, I should be on, depending on how.
Send me your tunes, everybody. Don't forget.
Don't forget. Do your homework.
I'll definitely send it.
Go to ShadyMob.com. Go check out Shady Mob Podcast. Go check out N1 from the End Zone. Go check out Port City Uncensored, Sonic Waves, and everything. Oh, Obscure Hours coming back at some point this year, I hope.
There you go.
So, yeah, we love you
All right,
guys.
guys. Have a good night.
Later.
Okay. And let me just announce, there's been a lot of people getting robbed at knife point lately, so be careful when you're out there. But there is one guy going around. He uses an electric razor. And trust me, he will get your wallet, your phone, and he'll take a little bit off the sides.
I don't know if that's supposed to be funny or not.